I'm Christine from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're taking a look at the WANDRD Tote Backpack, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. Let's dive in. Okay, so this tote backpack is made with a UHP carbon fiber composite material, which I need to check my notes to tell you exactly what that is, because it is a 3-layered material with 600D polyester face and an eco-friendly DWR coating for water resistance, which I can verify works. And then it's got a carbon fiber ripstop grid and a shiny TPU backing. It's a lot going on for this material, but suffice it to say, it's a little crunchy, but it grew on me because it really comes in handy to lend the bag structure. All of that said, we do have a pre-production sample, and they said our material might be a little different than the one you get. I'm not exactly sure how, so take this all with a grain of salt, okay? Okay. We have WANDRD here on the bottom. There you go, this sort of like light gray. And then there is also, flip this all around, that you're looking at the tote backpack with the WANDRD logo up here. And beautiful, this is deep, lost is the destination. Makes you think, right? But it is a luggage pass-through, which is really useful if you're going to be using this with rolling luggage through the airport, because you can just sort of slide it on the handle. As you can see, this can also be a backpack, and we'll get more to that later. But let's talk about these carry handles, because they are very thick. They're not very thick. They're thick enough. They're thicker than your traditional tote handles, which is very nice. And then they have these little points here, which basically serve to stop it from going all the way through when you do want to do a backpack. But also there is a roll top. Let's see if I can get this out quick enough. But you can see, you can turn this into a roll top bag too. And you can even do it with your stuff inside, because it comes out and then you roll it down, and then you pull out this G-hook, and bam, you have a nice topper for your bag. All right, so I did that pretty quick, but it does show you that you can do it even with all your gear packed inside, and how quickly you can do it in case it rains, but also because if you're going to use this as a backpack, it's nice to be able to close it up and not have everything flapping around. So this, to make it backpack, you just sort of pull down the handles, like the back handle like this. Hey presto, you have some shoulder straps. They even have a sternum strap here with a strap keeper to contain the excess, and you can just move the toggle along any of these points to find the best fit. Or if you're weird like me and sternum straps just aren't your thing, you can take it off, which is really great. So the shoulder straps are the same padding as the carry handles, which are fairly comfortable, but there is no back panel padding. So keep in mind, if you do plan to wear it as a backpack, you're going to want to pack accordingly and maybe not, put something that's going to protrude into your back along the back panel. So tote comes first in the name, but I wanted to show you it in backpack mode so you can sort of see what you're dealing with here. It is a very casual bag, and you can see how it sort of pulls backwards. That's why you definitely want to do up that roll top if you're going to use it in backpack mode. Also, these straps adjust up, not down. So it's easy. It's just like if you had a broken door handle and you knew you had to pull it up instead of pushing it down. Yes, I know somebody whose house is like that. So it's just something you have to get used to. This little sternum strap is very easy to detach, and then you can slide it off, and then you just pull like this, give it a little yank, and you've got your tote straps back, excuse me. which are very comfortable, I feel, because they're nicely padded, so it's not really digging into your shoulder. So despite the fact that this is basically a tote bag, we do have a few extra little features going on around here. On either side, we do have water bottle pockets, and there's even loops at the top. Like you can see, it is really holding my 21-ounce Hydro Flask just fine, but say you're afraid that your water bottle is going to fall out. You could just use a little carabiner, connect it to the loop, hook on your water bottle, and not have to worry about that. I absolutely never had a problem, knocked this bag over and everything, and I always hung on to my water bottle. So there is that. You can see if you're not using it, it just lays completely flat. So while you can put in a much fatter water bottle if you need to, it's taking up room, you know, it's sharing space with the main compartment. So it depends what you have packed inside, how big of a water bottle you can shove in there. But there's also this nice little drainage hole at the bottom of each one where you can, you know, if you don't have such a nice trusty bottle as mine and it leaks, it could drain out a little bit. Also, if you want to shove a damp umbrella in there, the water can drain out as you go along. But then we have one other secondary compartment here, and it is inside. We have a little AquaGuard YKK zipper here with this very nice pull, and it is a just sort of a hanging pouch. Now you can see, even though I have the liner basically pulled up, this pouch hangs down no matter what. So you don't have to worry that it's now, you know, upside down just because you pulled up the liner. It doesn't, it hangs independently basically between the outside of the bag and the liner, which I thought was really nice that it just sort of free hangs there. I used it mostly for, you know, my phone. I got hand sanitizer, a little toiletry bag. There's even a little zipper garage here, but basically usually when I zip it up, we have, you know, it like runs into the garage. So if it's pouring rain, maybe take care that you actually get it under there. I didn't tend to take care, but I also never really had an issue with it. So before we move on, I did realize I failed to show you that there's a key leash in here too. I didn't end up using it that much just because it's winter time and I've been using pockets, but it works really well. It's nice and chunky and easy to open and close if you want to. So, and obviously it just hangs out there out of the way if you don't need it. So that is really great. Now let us go back into the main compartment. We just undo this little G-hook, put it back in its little, it has its own little pocket here, which is really nice. And so you could really, if you want to, when you carry this in backpack mode, you could shove this front strap in there if you didn't want to see the, you know, the carry handle just sort of hanging out there, but I never did, mostly because I'm lazy, I guess, but it just didn't seem to be that big of an issue. Anyways, let's unroll this. And so you can see you're dealing with a whole lot more space if you pull this up. I have some extra layers in here that I'm just going to sort of toss over to the side so that I can lay it all back down. Another toiletry bag. There we go. And now you can see, you just sort of put that all back down. You hear how crunchy it is? Sorry it's so loud, but you got to know what you're going to deal with, right? So you just sort of put that all back down, and that's what you're dealing with. You got, this is a 20-liter tote backpack, so you have quite a lot of space. I had absolutely no problem taking wine and a big thing of sourdough over to my in-laws. Also took a road trip across the state this weekend, loaded up with car snacks and my book and everything we'd need, and just set it on the floor next to me. And you can see, because it has such a beautiful broad base, it stays up independently. I think also because of the two thicknesses of the material. It makes it really easy to just stand up next to you. And then even though I got some like salt on it and stuff, because yay, winter in Michigan, It's really easy to wash off. So this is it's just a really nice, sturdy, durable bag. Plus, if you wanted to, if you're, traveling, but you have a big travel backpack and you're not sure, but you figure you're gonna need a bag at some point, I mean, it flattens down pretty well. I think I failed to, I didn't take the things out of the secondary pocket. So it flattens out pretty well. You could just sort of put it on the bottom of your rolling luggage. You always have that part where there's the handles sort of making a tunnel anyways. Just use this to fill in the gaps. And then that way you have something with you for when you go shopping, because most of us are going to do at least a little shopping on vacation, right? So this way you have something to carry your stuff. You could have it to go to the beach, the pool, wherever you are going. It is really useful. So there you have it, the WANDRD Tote Backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.